Hello to all my friends on YouTube. It's Shibby Rob here, and for this video I am going to be telling you guys a little bit about submitting to the three major grading companies, and in doing so I am going to tell you guys a little bit about my experiences with recent submissions that I sent out to all three companies. The three companies that I sent out to were PCGS, NGC, and ANACS, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about each one of them. So the first thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about is the submission process. And if you have access to a computer, this is what you can look up online. I'm going to bring this up on the screen. So this is an ANACS on their website. If you go to submissions, they have a printable submission form. You can go there to the printable submission form, print this form out, and then you can fill it out. You'll be entering with a pen all of the coins, all of the information about the coins, and figuring the prices, etc., etc. So that is something that's available actually through all three companies, but the other two companies, PCGS and ANACS, or PCGS and NGC, they do have other options. And one thing I will mention is for ANACS, you do not have to be a member of ANACS. There's no joining fee, but they do suggest that you register with ANACS so that you can get information about your submission as it's going through the submission process. Okay, now I'm going to take you over to the next one, which is NGC. And on NGC, they have, if you go here to the fillable PDF, that'll bring up a file where you can print out a paperwork and do it the same way that you did with ANACS, where you'll be writing in all the coins, all the information about the coins, and the totals, and figuring it out that way. But they also have an online submission way to do it. Now, if you click on this link for World US coins or this one for world coins, that will take you through the submission process. And at the end of that process, you'll have a form that you can fill out, or that you can print out, which will already have filled in all of your coins, the tier, all the information, etc., etc. It's pretty easy, and it's not too bad of a process, and when you print it out, you'll be ready to ship out. And the third place is PCGS, and this one is even easier. So on this one, let's go back a couple steps here. On this one, they have a section where you can build your submission right through the... Let's do this. Sorry about this, guys. Let's go through this thing here. Okay, so you can build your coin submission through an online submission center. So if you start here, what it'll let you do is you'll be able to select a coin type. So in this instance, I send in US coins, so I'll put US coins, and then you go to the next step, and that'll let you choose if you want standard or gold shield. It'll let you choose a service type. So if you're just getting them graded, you'd put them here, which is what I did. You have the choice over here of genuine with details or do not hold or genuine, which means if you put do not hold or genuine, then you'll only get them back if they have a number grade, and if they have a details grade, they won't send them back holdered. So I put in genuine with details. And you can also, if you have club vouchers, which you get when you join PCGS, you can use them here. Now for this submission, I did not use vouchers, and I sent them in on the economy tier, which if you go to the next thing, you get to choose between economy, modern value, or modern. So you got some choices there. There's other choices if you select gold shield, etc., etc. So I chose the economy tier, and that's the tier that I used. And so if you go on to the next one, you'll get to where you can put in your coins. So this is a nifty little submission process through PCGS that I really liked. And for example, guys, one of the coins that I sent out to all three companies was an 1890 Morgan silver dollar. And so if you put it in like that, 1890, some information, it'll come up with lists of possible things that you might be looking for. And right here is the 1890 Morgan silver dollar. So you click on that, then you'll put in a quantity, say 1, and a declared value, say $200, and then you will save. Also, if you want any other add-ons like the first strike, the true view imaging, the oversized holder, or the varieties, you'd click it here. So then you'd save it, and when you do that, it puts it on your list, and you're all good to go. Now this process is super quick and easy, and when you are done through the process, again, you can print out all your forms and you will be ready to send them out. There will be, along with the forms that get printed out, will be a full instructions of how to package your coins for shipping when you're on the way to send them. So that's a quick overview on how to submit to the three places. It's not as good as the original video, but it will do. So the next thing I want to do is take you through the time frames of the submissions that I made. So I sent out 3 submissions, and they were sent out on March 23rd, 2021. The coins were all sent out. Now, ANACS and PCGS, there was a snafu with the mail, and I actually had a bunch of items get lost in the mail for a week. So NGC had a head start, and they were actually delivered to NGC on the 29th of March. That's when the tracking number says that they arrived at NGC. For ANACS, they arrived April 4th, and PCGS, or April 5th, and PCGS, they also arrived April 5th. Now, NGC marked those as received on April 8th, which you'll notice is actually after the other 2 services. So NGC has a big backlog of getting coins into their system, and I think that's where the snafu with NGC is right now, is on their receiving department. I don't work there, so I don't know for sure, but it seems to be a little bit more behind than other places. Now, ANACS marked it that same day as having been received and opened on the 5th, and PCGS marked theirs as received on the 7th of April. So then the coins went through the submission process, and then they were eventually shipped back to me. And NGC shipped mine out on the 17th of May, and ANACS shipped them out on the 21st of May, which you guys will notice is quite a long time between the time that they received them and they shipped them back to me. But all the companies are saying that they have high turnaround times now, so I wasn't too surprised with that. And then you'll also notice that between the time that it was shipped and arrived was a little bit over a week for NGC. It was a week exactly for ANACS. And then we come to PCGS, who really shocked me because they actually shipped my order out, and they were on an economy tier, shipped it out on the 3rd, which was 2 weeks before the other 2. And I actually received it on May 6th, which was a good deal of time before the other 2, almost 3 weeks. And you'll also notice that the shipping time was a lot different there because PCGS ships with priority mail, and the other 2 is registered mail only, and registered mail takes a long time to ship. But in the end, guys, I've gotten all my coins back, and so now we're going to talk about the coins a little bit. So the one thing that I wanted to do for this submission was send in some very similar coins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some pictures up on the scope or on the monitor to show you guys some coins that were submitted. Okay, so here's some coins that were submitted. Oh, and there's some pictures in my store. Don't pay any attention to those. Oh, there's a picture of me. Don't pay any attention to that. So what we have here, guys, is to two of the companies I submitted a 1964 proof Kennedy heavily accented hair. So this would be 2A. There's the back, and there's the front. This is the one that went to NGC. And then 2B, it's a little blurry, but you can see it's a proof Kennedy. And there's the back, and that's the one that went to PCGS. Now, I knew that the condition of the one that went to PCGS was a little bit less, and I was expecting PCGS grade to be either a proof 65, or if I was lucky, a 66. And then the one that was a little bit better went to NGC, and I expected this one to get a proof 66, and if I was lucky, to get a proof 67. And I'll show you guys these coins in a minute here, but I'll let you know that both of them came back proof 65, which was a little bit of a disappointment. Okay, then the next coin I sent out was a 1890 Morgan silver dollar. So I sent out 3 of these. This is 1C. This is the one that went to ANACS. And there's the front. And there's the back. Okay. And then 1B would be the one I sent to PCGS. There's the back. And there's the front. And as you can see, guys, these are pretty similar coins. And then the one I sent to NGC. There's the front, and there's the back. Now, I did notice after I got these submissions back, when I went back and looked at the pictures, that there is a little bit more chatter around the cheek area on this one that went to NGC. And it's maybe not quite as nice as the other. And that ended up following suit with the grades. So on those coins, I wasn't too unhappy. So first thing I'm going to do is show you guys the PCGS coins. So this is the submission that came back from PCGS. It came back in this really nice 35th anniversary slab holder. And here is the coin, the 1890 Morgan. This came back MS63, which is pretty much what I expected. Not a lot of surprises there. And then I also sent in, this is the Kennedy. This one was a little bit of a disappointment. It came in proof 65. Could have been worse, but I was really hoping for a 66 on that one. Okay, I sent in 3 other coins to PCGS. And this one was a huge disappointment. This is a 1961 Ben Franklin. It came back proof 65. And I was curious to see how PCGS would grade the Ben Franklins. And I thought this one was pretty nice. It came back a 65. Barely worth the grading fees, but definitely worth the experience and finding out about PCGS. I also sent a Weir Farms W quarter with the V75 Privy. I sent one to NGC and one to PCGS, and I was pleasantly surprised when I got this one back at a MS66. MS66 I thought was a great grade. I was expecting 65 for the 2 I sent out, so getting a 66 was a definite bonus. And then this is the last coin that I at the last minute decided to send along with the PCGS. And this one was a big disappointment because this is a 1920 Pilgrim commemorative silver $half. And they hit this one with AU details, which I thought it was pretty close to uncirculated, and also with environmental damage. As of right now, I'm really not sure what they mean by this. I've looked at the coin and I haven't quite figured it out yet, but this is a good coin that'll help me to try to figure out some of the things that coin companies are looking at. So that was the one from PCGS. Came back way before the others. I have to say, I've heard not great things about PCGS, but I was pleasantly surprised with the experience. Okay, the next one that I got back was from NGC, and there were 4 coins from there, or 5 coins from there as well. And NGC, this is the 1890 Morgan silver dollar, and as you can see, guys, I only got an MS62 on this one. Now, I was a little bit surprised with this one, but when I went back and looked at it, it does have a little bit more chatter around the cheek, and just not quite as nice as the other 2. So actually, when I went back and looked at it, I think this is a fair grade, and I was okay with it. We'll say that. Now this one I was a little bummed about. I thought this was very much nicer than what they graded it. They graded it a proof 65. I really thought this one had a shot at a 67 and would be a 66 anyhow. But it came back a 65, and I don't know. What are you going to do? The other 3 coins I was happy with from NGC. This is one of them. This is the other Weir Farms V75 Privy 2020 W quarter. Camera doesn't want to focus too good, but there we go. And this one got an MS65. And really that's what I was hoping for these 2 quarters was the MS65. The 66 from PCGS was a nice bonus, but that's what I was expecting. And then I also sent out an Ike dollar to 2 different companies. I had a couple that I thought were especially nice, so I sent one to NGC and one to ANACS. And so this is the one from NGC. It was a 1974 S silver Ike dollar, and I got an MS67 on that. And I was very pleased with that. That's exactly what I was hoping to get, and I was happy about that one. And then I got one that was a bit of a surprise in a good way. And this is the last coin that I sent to NGC. This is an 1860 New Orleans seated Liberty half dollar. And I thought this one was going to get an XF. I was hoping for a 45. But I figured maybe it'd be a 40. But when it came back, I got an AU 50 on this coin. Beautiful grade, beautiful coin. I was absolutely thrilled with this one. That was great. Okay, so that was NGC. So the last submission that I got back was this one here. And this is the submission that I sent to ANACS. Now, ANACS had a special going where you could get 10 coins graded for $10 each, but they had to be small cents or silver dollars. And so this is what I sent out, and I'm going to start out with the ones that are similar. First here, we had the, nope, not that one. This one here, the 1890 Morgan silver dollar. I sent this one out because it was similar to the other 2. And this came back with a similar grade, MS63. That's kind of what we expected. And so all in all, I was pleased with the grades I got from the 3 companies on those 1890 Morgan silver dollars. And then I also sent in a 1976 silver uncirculated Ike dollar. And on this one, I got an MS67, which I thought it was a pretty nice one, and I got a pretty nice grade, and I was really happy with that. Overall, I was happy with the grades from NGC. There's a couple in here that weren't so great. Let's see. Where is the one? There we go. I had a wide AM 2000, and since they were doing the $10 submissions, I decided to send it in. This one ended up coming back AU 58. It did get the wide AM designation, but the AU 58 was kind of a I wasn't really thrilled with that grade. It's a red Lincoln cent. I thought sure it would get some kind of uncirculated, but it didn't. And everything else that I got back, I was pretty much happy with. This one I took kind of a shot, the Proof National Community Service commemorative dollar. I thought maybe I might have a chance at getting a 70, so I gave it a shot. But it came back to 69. Still a very cool silver dollar, and I'm okay with the grade. I sent in two other cents, kind of to figure things out a little bit with ANACS. And this is one of them that I sent in. And this one I sent in because it's super, super, super toned. I got an unopened 1961 United States proof set. And when it came in, it had this beautifully toned Lincoln cent. Now, it's kind of hard to see here, guys. I'll try to show you a little color. But it's just an amazing toned coin. It's just beautiful. And so I decided to send that one in. I got a proof 67 red brown, which I think they give red brown to all toners. So I was happy with that one. I'm glad to have it. And then I also sent in, I had from a 1963 proof set, I had a Lincoln cent that I thought was especially nice. Now this one I thought was just so super nice that it had a chance at a really high grade. And I was kind of curious to see how it would be graded. It ended up getting a proof 67 red, which it's okay. It's not what I had hoped for, but all in all, I was just kind of experimenting with that coin. And then I had four other Morgan silver dollars that I sent in, and I was thrilled with the grades. First off is one that I've had around for a while. This is an 1890 O. This is one that I got quite a while ago, and it's toned. It's a really pretty toning. I got an MS63 on this one as well. The toning is just not showing up on this camera, but really nice coin. The next one, this was a toned up 1885 New Orleans. I got an MS62 on that one. I can live with it. Oh, by the way, this one had a VAM on it. It's VAM 29A, which is rim cuds. This one has a couple rim cuds down near the date. Okay. Then this one I was thrilled about. 1883 O, and I got on this one an MS64. I was really happy about that. That's the first Morgan that I've gotten back in a 64. It's a really nice coin, and I was thrilled when I got the grade on this one. 1883 O and an MS64. And then the last one was one that I actually cracked out. And this one I had originally sent to NGC. It is an 1878 S, and they gave it unk details cleaned. But I don't know. I just didn't think this coin was cleaned. I disagreed with NGC. I decided to send it into ANACS, and ANACS at least agrees with me. They gave it an MS62, and they also attributed the VAM, and the VAM on this one is VAM 36B, and VAM 36B is an error where they tried to acid etch the feathers on the back, and it's kind of hard to see without a microscope, but it's really a dramatic effect on the wings of that eagle. And I'll show you guys this sometime during a coin chat under the microscope. But they do attribute all VAMs at ANACS, so I got that VAM on there as well. MS62 I thought was a little bit low of a grade for this one, but I'm happy to have it. And I think maybe what NGC saw as cleaning, ANACS saw as a little detrimental to the grade, so that's why it got a 62. So that is my submission experience. I ended up with a bunch of coins graded. There were a couple I was disappointed with, but overall I was actually pleased with all three submissions. I'll continue to use all three companies. I especially was pleased with PCGS, so much so that I actually sent in another submission on their regular tier and used 4 of my vouchers, and I already got that one back, and that one came in this black box. So all in all, I had a good experience, and I hope this guy will help you guys determine maybe what type of grading company you'd like to use if you decide to grade some coins, and maybe help you out a little bit along the way. So thank you guys very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you again sometime soon.